And hello everyone, welcome back to part 10 of my Let's Play through A Realm Reborn MSQ. This is Myrokos, and let us continue with Into the Eye of the Storm. I have a feeling that based off of the Curthless questing that this is going to be another long string of getting items that ultimately delay where we need to go. Speak with Lambertian in Camp Drybone, so here we are. Why yes, I am Professor Lambertian. Beg pardon? You wish to hear about my research on corrupted crystals? Truly? Well, nothing would give me greater pleasure than to discuss my work with a fellow man of science. Sealed with science. Professor Lambertian is about to show you something you will never forget. So rare it is to find fellow intellectuals in this region. 'Tis even rarer to find one capable of comprehending the nature of corrupted crystals. Come to think of it, there was another, a hermit to whom the church had given sanctuary. Curious fellow, unsociable, rather daft at first impressions, yet possessed of an amazing affinity towards the scientific pursuits. But to the matter at hand. You will say did you say you wish not to conduct field observations, but to harvest a corrupted crystal? Egads, man. At least take the necessary precautions, so that you do not suffer from exposure to its harmful energies. I'm beginning to wonder if you've sufficient qualifications to handle such hazardous materials. Still, your ignorance is somehow endearing. Luckily for you, I have precisely the means by which these inherent dangers may be averted. Simply store the crystals you seek within this warded pot to protect yourself from its deleterious effects. Though I suppose you will be bombarded with its energies until you place it within the vessel. Well, perhaps it shall motivate you to work quickly. In any case, take the pot to Sako, a student of mine monitoring the flow of ether in Highbridge. Explain to him your quest, and he shall instruct you in the finer points of crystal harvesting. Oh boy. Here we go. And yeah, we need to go to Highbridge. Just past Highbridge. Yeah, all of this stuff here, the gold glowing stuff, at least glowing at night, that is the corrupted crystals by the looks of it. How many times must I be made to explain myself? I am not contemplating suicide, you imbecile. I have chosen this precise position to perform scientific measurements. Yeah, I got this warded pot, a simple clay pot that has been treated on the inside with a special alchemical sealant. What have we here? A containment vessel? Why, this is the handiwork of Professor Lambertian. You thieving knave, I shall call for the... Oh, you say the man lent it to you? Then you must have sought me out per his instruction, which means he believes me experienced enough to expound upon his explanations. At last, the recognition I so rightfully deserve. With utmost care, Hahasaka is trying very hard to contain his excitement and his failing. Oh dear, failing. Frabjuste, Kalu, Calais, that I should be chosen to guide this man. Yes, I, Hahasaka, greatest of Professor Lambertine's pupils, shall see that you successfully query your query. Your timing is impeccable, in fact, for I was just preparing to procure corrupted crystals from the burning wall for my personal research. There, the devastating destruction caused by the calamity has blessed us with a bounty of sublime specimens. But something tells me that not but a perfect piece will satisfy your high standards, in which case you must needs descend to the deepest depths amidst the flowing waters and murderous Myronites. Lies the most fantastic formation I have found thus far. Take this highly advanced research tool and use it to separate a small fragment from a large cluster. Place it within the water pot and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads from Burgundy Falls to the base of the burning wall is treacherous and terrifying, but advance with appropriate caution and you shall surely survive. These furballs look like sheep to me. So I need to go down there. I went the wrong way. Okay. Go back and retrace steps. Yeah, just saving yourself a little bit of trouble by avoiding the mobs. By the way, if you're having trouble with hearing my voice through the microphone, please let me know so I can adjust the volume settings. It should be fine, but just in case there's any trouble, let me know so I can look into adjusting the settings. I see you've come gallanting back. Have you the crystal then? Yes, I have the crystal. This water pot contains a corrupted crystal. What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal. Professor Lambertine will doubtless chortle with joy when you present it to him in person. Oh, and upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. Okay, so now we just run all the way back. I have a feeling that this particular crystal is not the kind we want. Which is kind of feeling it's not going to be that easy. My keen scholar's sense tells me that you've obtained a corrupted crystal. Am I right? Yes, I have your crystal for you. If you would grant me a moment to examine the crystal. Ah, it is as you desired. A corrupted crystal overflowing with wind-aspected ether. Remind me, for what purpose did you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind-aspected ether? Oh dear, that may prove problematic, as this crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. I suppose that I am at fault for not inquiring as to your objectives from the start. Had I known your intent, I would have never sent you to Hahasaka. But what is science if not trial and error? And can you truly say that this failure has taught you nothing? Think, man. You now understand the methods necessary to safely collect a corrupted crystal. You will doubtless have no difficulty doing so once more. What's more, the crystal you collected can serve as an invaluable resource for ethereal studies conducted by the students of Baldosian. You've heard of them. Well, I don't mean to boast, but I've a professional relationship with the organization. Not as equals, of course. I would never be so bold as to claim that level of expertise. Are you alright? Your eyes seem to have glazed for a moment. Anyway, I shan't keep you from your task. You still have a corrupted crystal to find. Promising prospect. Professor Lambertine knows where you might find the crystal you seek. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Fortunately, one of my other students, Sienna, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern Lenosha. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern Lenosha was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an Imperial castrum. Haha, now that made for an amusing anecdote. It was western Lenosha, Ferris Cirrus, on the Isle of Zavember, to be precise. I can't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with Dalamud's talents or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Aelport attempting to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there and see if Sienna's inquiries bear fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you might find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and don't forget to take your makeshift warded pot, lest she think you unprepared for the task. Corrupted crystals? Sir, I have no interest in being the butt of your jokes, so if you've no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. No, I have a pot I need to fill. Well, I'll be damned. Professor Lambertine did send you. Beg your pardon, it seems we got off on the wrong foot. I am Sienna, greatest of the professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you seek me out. Indeed, I am an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in... Oh, gods, just listen to me prattle on and on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. It's probably not pirates. Sienna is frustrated with the progress of her research. As I told the professor in my many missives, I believe that the area surrounding Ferocious is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isles of Umbra is prohibited at present for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subjects of my questioning. Yeah, and that's probably the thing that's driving them nuts. Mayhap you will have better luck wresting information from these yellow jackets. I've all but given up at this point. Ah, you startled me. Don't you know better than to snake up on a person at a time like this? What with all the fatuous gossip of spirits and specters haunting the Isles of Umbra. Just because I know it's nonsense doesn't mean it doesn't make it any less frightening. You're keen on traveling to the Isles of Umbra? Bloody hells, lad, are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing there but death, death, and more death. The Isles of Umbra? What interest have you in that God's forsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon FFXIV, the Isles of Umbra have become not more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the shores and a purgatory for the souls dragged down to the depths with them. Charming. Ah, Myrokos, you have returned. Tell me what of your findings. Really? Infested with the undead, you say? That is very, a very, very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts. Representing the representative, Siano seems to have regained her composure. Worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought and have concluded that this talk of spirits is not more than local folklore. As for why all travel to the Isles of Umbra is restricted, well, mayhap it's considered too dangerous owing to the abandonment of FFXIV. Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub, since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasion. It was there that I heard tell of a man named Skiffrin, who was recently detained after returning from, wait for it, the Isles of Umbra. This is the first I've heard of someone actually traveling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him in my stead? He was arrested after all, and I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself. I have to go back. She calls to me, sings to me. Tell Mimido I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. He was right. Or you could release me. Yes, release me. I will go and tell her. Let me go to her. What did Skiffrin have to say? That's not terribly helpful. I couldn't care less how much he misses his favorite bar wench. But what was that about a man named Mimidoa? Wait, I know that name. That's the bastard who grabbed my arse the other day at the pub. Well, if you want to give him that feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands. Another initiate, are you? No? Then what are you? Speak up, son, I can't hear. Yeah. Golden feather. This brilliant feather reflects light as if it were actually made of gold. Eh? Bugger me, is this what I think it is? Nah, couldn't be. You found this, you say? Where do you say you found it? Skiffrin, you say? Was hoping to have a word with the lad, but it sounds like there's naught left twixt his ears. He was supposed to help patch up Ferris, he was. Company sent me to supervise the lot of them. Weren't getting the work done on their own, see? Half of them walked off, half of them ran off, half of them up and vanished. What's that? You've been looking for passage to the Isles of Umbra? Why didn't you say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone to take a look on behalf of old Mimidoa. Tell him how the land lies. Ain't nobody been interested till you came calling. Whole port's up in arms about spirits and so forth. If I had the go, I'd hire some sellswords and let 'em sort it out. But you'll do in a pinch, you will. Show this parchment to the skipper and he'll see you there and back. Okay, so need to, talk to Sienna again, blah 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 blah. So you went and had a word with Mimidoa. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. Permission of passage, a slip of parchment granting you crossing to the Isles of Umbra. You mean that disgusting creature was Skiffrin's superior? I find that hard to believe, but this writ of passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say it is a relief to work with such an industrious man as you. I look forward to hearing of the discoveries you will make on the Isles of Umbra without me. Representing the representative. Keep running ahead of myself. The reluctant researcher, Sienna has no desire to journey to the Isles of Umbra. Shocker. Fine, fine. I fail to see the justification for dragging me along on your journey, but if you insist, I will go as well. But 12 is my witness. If you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back to haunt you. Ah, the sea calls to me. I have to change into my bathing suit and go for a dip. Responsibilities be damned. Yeah, just, don't go falling in. Don't give in to the lure. Ha! Take me to the Isles of Umbra, he bids, as if it's as simple as, oh, I see you have a rite of passage. Alright then, climb aboard. This doesn't seem bad at all. I'm not saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but oh hells with this. Here, take your pot and go on without me. You've harvested corrupted crystals before, right? So this isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak to the man guarding the gate. I'm sure he'll let you in. Now if you would please excuse me. And there she runs off. Beg your pardon, sir, but how did you come here? Access to this island is currently restricted. I got a rite of passage and I have an old pot. I'm not sure I follow. Oh, I see. You wish to harvest a corrupted crystal? Sorry, friend, but you may have to return empty-handed. Sweet somethings. David has a simple proposal for you. The writ Master Mimidora gave you may grant you access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Look up and see for yourself. When that giant mass of crystal struck the lighthouse, it caused severe damage to both the structure and the machinery within that once powered the beacon. Aye, contrary to what the small folk would have you believe, the fires of Pharisirus were not the product of a mage's thaumaturgy or a colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption fueled by ethereal energy. Repairs are still ongoing, but it's anyone's guess when they'll be complete. What's worse, all work has ceased since rumors of the Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumors are incorrect. I've observed the fiends from a distance at the ship graveyard to the south. What's drawn them to our shores is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal, Myrokos. Help me unravel this mystery, and I'll bring you your corrupted crystal. In fact, I shall begin searching for one that satisfies your requirement. As for where to begin your inquiries into the situation, it so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago, seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets at the ship graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing of the undead infestation, so it might behoove you to question them. You saw them too, right? Dead people, just shambling about without a care in the world, except when they do seem to care, that is, and start shuffling toward the water. Gods, that voice, that single fleeting verse, I can still hear it. Stay clear of the southern shore, friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. It's all there for the taking. 5 bleeding years worth of wrecks and their cargo. But those queer dead things and that voice, actually, the voice was quite nice. Charming. So somehow I have to get to the southern part of the island. Moonshade Isle. I wonder how you get there. Ship graveyard is there, and yeah, I think I'll just wait for that fate to end. There we go. Making it easier to navigate. Okay, well, first things first, I need to report to David and Dahid. This talk of an alluring voice is disturbingly familiar, as if... But that's impossible. They're all dead. Aren't they? History repeating. David is sweating profusely. But if they have returned, that would mean... Oh, beg your pardon, I was just, thinking about something. Which reminds me, I received word that Master Mimidora would be arriving any moment. Apparently he grew tired of waiting for the lanky young lad with the 1,000-yalm stare to return, which I'm assuming is you. I don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. What's been keeping you, Initiate? I ain't getting any younger, you know. Eh? Some honey-voiced harlot's been calling out to folk what wander near the ship graveyard, and it stirred up the dead and all? Bloody hells, this takes me back to me days as a cannon boy, sailing under old Mistbeard. But they wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we learned them last time. Bah! They bloody would, though, wouldn't they? Brazen old biddies. Some folks said as the first purge would be the last, but I knew deep down in me bones as this day would come, and come it has. I'd bet me bum ear sirens behind all this. Nay, not one of the sanguine variety, Initiate, I speak of the other kind, them what got feathers and lure sailors to a watery grave with their sweet, sweet song. Oh, but it don't end there. No, drowning's just the start. See, even in death, a man stays bound to the beast, forced to do her bidding till his corpse can't do it no more. 'Tis a fate I wouldn't wish on me worst enemy, except maybe in a drink, and I'd regret it after. Any road, 'tis up to us to stop the hell's-born hussy afore she takes another soul. Of course we can't send you marching off to war without these. The siren don't have no power over a man as can't hear her song. 'Tis lucky for you I carry a spare pair, and lucky for the both of us that I'm a superstitious old sod, eh? Well, she ain't coming to us, so we'd best head over to her to the ship graveyard, initiate. Is it too late for me to say no? If she passes near the shore, she's sure to spy the campfire and come looking. Just a matter of waiting now. Yawn. I'm beginning to wonder if some sly bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. Uh-oh. Quiet. Do you hear that? 'Tis her. Look, out over the water. She's come, initiate. She's come. Quick, lad, shove them plugs in your ears and get ready for a fight. Soon as she realizes you're deaf to her ditties, she'll call on her thralls and we'll be up to our necks in corpses before you know it. Hither, embrace, mine everything, all. True love spurned, his cruelties reward. Am I alright? Ha! I'm better than that, Initiate. Happy as a sailor in a whorehouse, I am. Of course, I'd be happy as a sailor with two what's-its if we'd gutted the songstress, but you can't have everything, can ye? She'll not come cronin around here again, though, not for a while anyway. And if she does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks for the help, Bugamy. I've clean forgot your name. Remind me. Myrokos. Don't recall having to initiate by that name, but if you're not me old mate, what's name? Why've you been so bloody helpful? Never mind. Be seeing you, lad. Well, what is it, Autumn? You mean it was a siren? But how were you able to resist her song? I see. I had heard that Master Mimidora was involved in the first purge, but I never actually, Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame him for carrying earplugs around with him. Anyway, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted, safely sealed in the pot, just as you requested. Please take it with my compliments. Okay, so that's done. Oh, it's you. Welcome back, Myrokos. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say, and more importantly, alive. You are alive, aren't you? Listen, I got your crystal. Aha! The conquering hero returns bearing a gift. Might I have a closer look? Impressive. Very impressive. Yes, I think you'll be quite pleased with this specimen. Congratulations, Myrokos. Seldom, if ever, have I encountered a corrupted crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire-aspected ether. What? You wanted a crystal composed of ice-aspected ether? Oh my goodness. To counter the effects of a raging wind? Well, this specimen won't help you there. Of course it won't. Anyone who knows anything about the elements could tell you that. You'll just have to keep looking, I suppose. Oh, these people. The curious case of Giggity. Sienna knows where the corrupted crystal that you seek can be found. Don't fret now, I know exactly where to find a corrupted crystal comprised of ice-aspected ether. And had you bothered to actually tell me this, it could spare so much time. An associate of mine in Gridania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. Eh? What's with that expression? I thought you would be pleased to hear this news. This is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. But it probably is. until it's not, and what's even better is that this time you needn't use the warded pot of yours to protect yourself from the crystal's energies. Hagen's findings suggest that it's quite safe. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say that it has undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyway, do not let me keep you. It has been a pleasure, Myrokos. Come back and see me sometime, alright? Yeah, sometime after never. And I left from Gridania. Oh my goodness, I hate this quest chain. I mean, on the bright side, it did let me unlock the Isles of Umbra, but still. What's the matter? You're looking at me with a wanting expression. What's the matter? With Hedgen and Britannia. Okay, Greetings and salutations, Mr. Tia. Mr. Tia, I presume. Sienna informed me of your adventures in the airport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding, though. As Professor Lambert Bertian is fond of saying, no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. To the matter at hand, corrupted crystals possessing the properties you seek could be found in abundance at the standing courses following the calamity. Alas, that is no longer the case, and while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the Twelveswood, precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Oh my goodness. Permit me to explain. You are familiar with Spriggans, yes? The furry little rascals that are wont to seek out ores and other stones? Well, one such creature with an infamously insatiable appetite has single-handedly devoured the entire corrupted crystal in the Twelveswood. Fortunately for you, these crystals are take an eternity to digest, assuming they can even be digested. And I am reasonably confident that one still resides within its gut. It's quite fascinating, really. My theory is that this giggity first consumed a corrupted crystal when you couldn't care less about all this, could you? No, I just want that stupid crystal. To the point, then. Giggity seldom makes its presence felt unless there is particularly a fine fodder to be had. Therefore, we shall require a lure, and a precisely the sort you will find impossible to resist. Simply place this true heart. I shall save the story for of the origin of its unusual name for another occasion, outside of the Springen's lair, and wait for the opportune moment to pounce. As for the method by which you retrieve the crystal from its gut, I shall leave that to your discretion. Oh, these people. Oh boy. all this for a stupid crystal. And they bothered to say, oh, you want ice aspected, go here. That would have saved so much time. And of course, it's all the way down. Oh, ow. That hurt. Oh. Whoa. Ah. God damn it. Ah. Ah. No. Ah. Okay. Sleep. No, 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 no. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. So I got it, I'm done. Okay, I'm gonna die, and then... well, at least I got it. I got it. What's a little death along the way? First things first, repair my gear, and then I go and deliver the stupid crystal. Alright, here's your crystal. Pray do not sneak up on me like that. I was engrossed in... Wait, what is that? What is that god's awful smell? It's your stupid crystal. Well, it's the one I need, but... Corrupted crystal. Over-aspected ether manifested into solid form. Takingly beautiful crystal. I see my supposition was not mistaken. And I also trails for your prize. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude, you know? This thick coating of digested juices is protecting us from the harmful effects of the crystal, just as the water pot you once used did. Why so glum, friend? You finally obtained the corrupted crystal you sought, one overflowing with earth aspect. No, we need ice! Ugh. Calm down, I jest. It is comprised of ice-aspected ether. Worry not. I suppose that joke was in poor taste, considering your previous 2 attempts were for naught. Better late than never. Hayden has neglected to return to you your corrupted crystal. Oh my god. Oh, a gold piece. I think I'll go for the gold piece. Beg your pardon, Myrokos. I forgot to return your crystal to you. Oh, and there was a message from Professor Lambertian. Something about a man named Marquez. Apparently the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have written it down. No, you're better off not. I do not care about that. It occurs to me that I have yet to ask you why you needed that crystal. You aren't planning anything nefarious, are you? It would reflect poorly on me and my research if it was used for evil ends. Well, perhaps it's best I remain ignorant. I didn't become the professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information. Ugh. I hate that. I hate that so much. Greetings, sir. Do you wish to proceed to your vessel? I do. All repairs and modifications have been completed, Myrokos. Once you bring me that crystal, nothing will stand between us and Garuda. The corrupted crystal, this particular sample happens to be covered in Spriggan offal. Charming. I'll need to run some tests to be sure, but this looks to be exactly what we need. Worry not, Myrokos. I'll see that your hard work doesn't go to waste. You have no idea how much hard work I went through for that. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship, but mark my words, soon it will be something greater, something extraordinary. This is me. This is what I was born to do. What? Did you want to cuddle? Lady of the Vortex. With Sid's modifications now installed, the Enterprise is finally ready to make the journey to the Howling Eye. According to my tests, the device is now functioning in perfect harmony with the crystal, meaning we can leave whenever you're ready. But you must understand, tests can only tell so much. Until we approach the Howling Eye, until we attempt to breach the barrier itself, I cannot be sure that this will work. I think it only fair to tell you that there is a small but statistically significant chance that the crystal could trigger a massive... maybe it is better that we remain positive. Myrokos, I want to thank you for reuniting me with my airship, for trusting in me to develop this plan, for everything you've helped me to rediscover a part of myself I'd forgotten. I am not the man I once was. I do not know if I ever shall be, but I do know one thing. This feels right. My apologies for the sudden outpouring of sentiment. I would have waited until after the mission, but, well, you understand.
There. She's ready.
Ah, she stirs.
I had forgotten how annoying that ARR voice for Alphino was.
To Kurthus, and an audience with the Harpy Queen Garuda. Enterprise, engage.
Damn it! I once flew in this airship, and I was not alone. There were adventurers on board. Adventurers like you. Just how long have I worn these damn goggles? Ah, yes, I fancied myself a trendsetter in my younger days. The young prodigy.
Yep.
Born and raised in Garlemald. It was only natural that the precocious young student should become an engineer. Had his father not done the same? Father, when did we stop seeing eye to eye? When did Meteor become your everything, and your loved ones cease to matter? You abandoned us all, but he was there for me, Father. There for me when you were not. Though he proved no better in the end. Gaius was just another man, with an all-consuming obsession. And so I ran, left the Empire behind and came to Eorzea, where I built the ironworks. Ah yes, it was then that I first donned these goggles. Eorzea opened my eyes. It was home to so many manner of people, each with their own hopes and dreams. People worth saving, and so I fought beside them. I wanted to prove that my knowledge could serve a nobler purpose. I wanted to prove that there was another way. And it all began that day when I found my new home.
And it was us who gave you that. A pair of goggles.
I had forgotten how wonderful it was. The wind in your hair, the endless sky. That light. It was you, wasn't it? It's surprising how few people know this, but all pureblood Garleans have a third eye. Perhaps mine helped me recognize you, or perhaps it was just a lucky guess. The Enterprise was made for this, to carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. I am proud to be able to call her my own.
Sid? What exactly do you remember?
Alphinaud, my boy. Sorry to have been such a burden. I remember everything. My name, my people, and my purpose. Everything. Come, it would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
What is it, Myrokos? Don't tell me you're having second thoughts at a time like this, or do you truly wish to return to Gridania? No, just wanted to do small talk. All our efforts, all our travails, all of it was for this. Make ready, Myrokos. The end is nigh, be it hers or our own. First, let me see if I can get Yeah, just waiting for a friend who said they were ready but then had to run out on an errand to become available. Or I could just, queue up without them. What to do? I'll give it until 1:20 local time and give them the benefit of the doubt and then see, a couple more minutes then. And then if that person isn't available, then I'll just queue up normal. Okay, it's 1:20. It looks as if the friend who said they were available hasn't gotten back, so I'll queue up without them. And who knows, maybe they'll come back. My queuing, of course, with Murphy's Law will be that by joining the queue for this, I will, this person will come back and then I'll have to withdraw and then get them into the party and then re-queue. But oh well. And here we go. Who dares intrude upon my sanctuary? Your insolence shall not go unpunished, landwalkers. "12 Preserve. She's huge. As I live and breathe. Over there, look. Lots of captives. Amalja and Kobold prisoners. But why would the exile bring them here? Wherefore come you hither, foolish mortals? Garuda, we have come to put an end to your reign of terror. Hear you this blasphemy, my children? These landwalkers would bring me low. You who are bound to crawl upon the earth should revere me, for I am the wind. Did we not take to the skies and slip through your defenses? We are bound by nothing, Garuda. You think your playthings give you strength? They will not help you here, Landwalker. This is my realm, where none can challenge my supremacy. Struggle though you may, I shall slake the roots with your blood, and festoon the canopy with your entrails. Ha 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 ha! Slay the unfeathered ones, we shall, and as an offering to Garuda, they will serve. Leave the exile to us, Myrokos. We will keep them distracted while you deal with her. Do not fail, Myrokos. Remember, you fight for the Scions, for Eorzea. What do you think I've been doing this entire time, you brat? This worm would die by mine own hand? Come then, I shall grant you that which you seek. Okay, how did I die? And we just lost the healer. What? How the hells? Ha 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 ha. This is my realm. You have no hope here. None. None! Did you truly believe you could defy a god, landwalkers? They may have freed the captives, but they didn't actually deal with the exile. My power is limitless, my children legion, and they have rendered unto me a wealth of crystals. Their gifts sustain me, their faith empowers me. None save my children will escape the reckoning, mortals, and those who would use my crystals to waken the rest shall seize the folly of their faith. Shall realize the folly of their faith. Then all shall worship none but me, the one true God. Of course, worship. So long as the exile keep praying, she will never fall. I could have told you that. Then let's stop then. Isn't that what you said you were going to do? No harm will come to you, my children. This is only the beginning, landwalkers. All who oppose me shall suffer their defiance. Soon the worms of the forest shall receive my judgment. The desert of vermin next. Their walls of stone will not shield them from the tempest. And then I will take vengeance on the sea lice. Their wooden boats cannot outrun the wind. Tremble, mortals, for I shall visit you all in time, and all shall be mine. All mine! You, landwalker, you who dared to raise your hand against me, you shall be the first to pay for your sins, not with your death, but with your life. You will serve me, landwalker, to your last breath. No, no, I claimed you. You should be mine. Okay, so now I have all the crystals. So what does that mean? What are you? What have you done to me? No mortal should possess such power. This is impossible. And with that, the fight is over. Hmm?
Why do you not beg for mercy? Why do you not die?
We've done it!
Ah!
Impossible it is! Kill you all!
Is that all? O Lady of the Vortex, O mighty Garuda, of all primals the most terrible, I say again, is that all?
Gaius!
Someone is unimpressed.
Ah, Sid, my boy, you look well. For one who has forsaken kin and country, I wonder what else you will forsake before the day is done.
What?
What exactly did you hope to accomplish here this day? Well, I shall accomplish far more.
Is that all? Is that all? Insolent mortal! I shall make you suffer! That foul stench! I see now. She has touched you! Very well.
Seven hells, does she still mean to fight?
It certainly looks like
the
it.
Infernal Almighty Ifrit, grant us succor in our hour of need!
Save us, Titan, Lord of Crags! It hurts us so! The pain! The pain!
And they
What
didn't
is she?
actually save the...
12 preserve. She cannot mean to...
I mean, what did they do? They said they were going to take care of the exile, and they didn't take care of the exile. They didn't save the captives. They did nothing. Oh my goodness.
No. No, this is all wrong.
Stop gawping, boy. We must run.
Oh, Alpha, now what did you expect?
Surrender yourselves unto me! I would feast upon your ether! None shall stand against the wind!
Bear witness to the glory of the Empire! It is you who will suffer, Garuda. Ancient Alleg had ways of dealing with your kind. Now, look on their ultimate weapon, Icon, and despair.
No! No! No!
Magnificent. It exceeds all expectation.
With each primal it consumes, it grows more powerful. A marvel, is it not?
Such is the fate of those who oppose the Empire. There will be no warriors of light to save you this time. If your leaders are as wise as they are reported, they will surrender. Your skills are impressive, but they will not be enough.
"12, have mercy. What chance have we against such an ungodly creation? And who was that armored devil?"
That was Gaius van Balsar, legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion and Supreme Commander of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea.
Of course. The Black Wolf. How could I not realize? Grandfather mentions him in his journal.
I was never so naive as to think the man would abandon his ambitions. But these developments are beyond my worst expectations. What have you been doing these past 5 years? How could something of this magnitude have escaped the Alliance's attention?
We heard no whispers, saw no signs. In the wake of the calamity, the Empire seized land and built outposts, but that was the extent of their aggression.
Damn it, Gaius. Where in the seven hells did you find that thing?
It has been a day of unexpected developments, but the fact remains, Garuda is no longer a threat. While I take no comfort in the manner of her downfall, it does mean that we may safely put the matter of the primals to one side, for the time being at least.
Which just leaves the matter of Gaius's new toy.
Indeed. That weapon poses the greatest threat to Eorzea. It must be destroyed. But first, we must needs find out all we can. Let us make for Vesper Bay. We shall rebuild the Scions. All is not yet lost, my friend, for we bear the light, and shall surely lead our people from the darkness.
Who put the Redditor in charge? That weapon didn't destroy those primals, it devoured them. Gods only know what else it can do. Well, that was an experience. That's an experience I would rather not have again. All of that was just an experience to him. Something has been troubling me, Myrokos. Shortly before the Black Wolf took center stage, when Garuda attempted to claim you as her own, I could have sworn I saw... but I'm sure I was mistaken. In times of great stress, the evidence of the eye is apt to be misread by even the most inquiring mind. Forget I mentioned it. Returning to the subject of our earlier discussion, we may consider the matter of the primals closed until further notice. No beast tribe will dare summon their gods so long as that weapon exists. Truly a more effective deterrent I could not imagine. It almost seems a shame to plot its destruction. Reclamation. Alphino is ready to return to the Waking Sands. It is past time that we return to the Waking Sands. To leave our headquarters in disrepair any longer would be to dishonor the memory of those who fell there. We have been brought to our knees, but we will rest, rebuild, and rise once more. And now to make my way to the Waking Sands. I had no idea, Myrokos. I can only imagine how you felt when you returned that day. Tell me, Myrokos, does aught here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we have trespassers? We? You haven't even sworn an oath or anything. Mayhap it is just my imagination. Come, let us proceed into the solar. Wait. Who goes there? Oh, it's Ida. Now, Ida, is that any way to greet a friend? Alphino, Myrokos. Sid, wait. Is this a dream? Not that I'm aware of. It's been a while, Ida. I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been... This place has seen better days. You know, I wasn't exactly here when I was still in talks at the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back and I saw Ida. The church had taken care of the bodies, but that still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start. If Ishtola hadn't been here to help me. Ishtola is here too? Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Ul'dah to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalimo and Minfilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Ishtola thinks that they were taken somewhere. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires. Knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals, one that Gaius has yet to harness. The Echo. Gaius will be aware of its existence, as well as the immunity it grants the gifted primal's influence. Gifted to the primal's influence. Powerful though his elegant weapon might be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Minfilia to gain an understanding of the Echo. None of which explains how the Empire came to know the location of the Waking Sands in the first place. No matter, the Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the science and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Ida? Again, who put this guy in charge? I mean, technically she's more senior. What? Oh, yes, of course, whatever you need. We can discuss our next move upon Ishtala's return. For now, I say we rest. Oh, I get to sit on the floor. Is that it?
Hear, feel, think. Bringer of light, brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. Hearken unto me now, for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always. The crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both. Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness. Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
Y'shtola. Myrokos, I see you and Alpha now are safe, and Sid. That we five should meet each other thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louiswa guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily, not now when the need is so great. I know where Minfilia and the others are being held. Where? An Imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordana. Castrum's Sentry. Let's see, we've been going for almost 2.5 hours. Guys may have called it a weapon of ancient Alec, but I saw extensive Magitech modifications. An Imperial Castrum. 'Twas to be expected, I suppose. Alright, let's do this. Let's go rescue Minfilia and the others. Casing the Castrum. Y'shtola wishes to discuss the fate of the prisoners being held at Castrum's Sentry. Let's see, 46, been going for a little while now. What do you say we pause for now and come back to this quest in the next installment? I feel like I need a break. Yeah. So with that, please like, share, and subscribe if you're seeing this on YouTube. If you want to catch it live, give me a follow on Twitch. And I will see you anon, friends.